All right, everybody, we're back live on Skywatchers Radio here on the Dark Matter Radio Network and PSN Radio. And yes, you're hearing a whole lot of laughter because we're having a whole lot of fun here. We've been catching up with Miss Crystal Storm, who's joining us live. Crystal, welcome to Skywatchers Radio.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I'm very excited to be
Matter.
here. I'm like super stoked.
And the entire Dark Matter Radio community is super stoked to have you on here with us. And to listen to your hilarious voice. I love your laugh, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I actually listened to my laugh once because I was
It's so awesome.
I don't like my laugh at all. I'm like, oh my God, I've got the most annoying laugh on the planet.
No, it's awesome. There you go. That's the laugh right there.
It is.
Now, remember, this is Dark Matter Radio Network. You know, some folks here may not have heard of you, and they may be Googling Crystal Storm right now, and they might be shocked what they get.
Yes. That's why I write underneath a pen name.
This is why
because I have a really cool name, but
Yes.
I write underneath a pen name because there's a lady who was around before me and took my name. And yes, so if you're Googling Crystal Storm, that's not me. I'm hotter. I'm just saying I am.
Much hotter. But if you see this other person, and she's in all kind of like weird outfits and doing some kind of like sexual stuff, that's not her.
That's not me.
That's not her, no.
But I got to tell you, hold on. I did find I'm thinking this might be a photo of you that I found on the internet because it actually matches almost the cartoon that you have on your Skype.
That's all. Am I buried on like page 3 of Google?
No,
Probably.
You're up on the top. You're the fourth one on the top. Looks like you hugging a stone lion.
Yes, that's
is
her.
me.
That's her.
Oh, okay. So that is you. Yay.
That is me. That's awesome.
See,
Much hotter.
Birthday to you.
By the way, yes,
Yeah,
it is your
definitely.
birthday.
you definitely do look better than the other Crystal Storm.
Crystal. Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you.
And on her birthday, she gets that compliment.
Well,
By the way,
no. It says her
happy
birthday
birthday.
is on the 14th, not today.
No, my birthday is actually today. I don't know why it says the 14th. Today is my birthday.
That's a misprint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
birthplace Denmark.
No.
No. I think he found the other Crystal Storm.
No. It's showing you as a photo. Hang on.
That's hilarious that it shows my photo and her information. That's really
Does she sound like she's from Denmark, Alan?
Oh my God! You got to okay. Hey, everybody who's in on this particular Skype session, I'm clicking the link, and now you got to see this. They're using your photo, but apparently,
Oh my God, that is my photo.
yeah.
That's my photo and her information. Oh no.
I think
Wow.
a little bit of a correction, folks.
Oh my God.
Have you ever thought about changing your name, Crystal
No,
Storm?
my name is awesome. Forget that. She can change her name. Or you know what? I will just have to live with this stigma and correct people, which is fine. It's not like we look alike.
Not at all.
Breasts are a lot smaller. I have very small breasts. I do. I'm a tiny.
They're natural. Hers are definitely something
I'm
scientific.
like 5 feet, 98 pounds. Okay, am I in the like?
Her breasts are bigger than your body. That's amazing. That's
I can't compare my picture and her
So,
biography. I'm going to email the site.
Apparently, you've been on Montel Williams, you've been on A Current Affair, you've been on D Cup, and you've been on Bust Out.
Jerry Springer. What?
Springer.
I was on Springer. I used to watch Springer. Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is brilliant.
This is brilliant. Oh, okay.
I'm crying.
Wait a minute,
I'm laughing so hard.
One thing I do have to point out for this woman, whoever she is, because of her trademark enormous breasts were becoming too dangerous to her health, she did have a reduction surgery in order to rectify this. We do have to point this out. So for those of you that are looking through and trying to find the real photos or the other photos, we do have to point it out. She also does happen to have a pet lion named Elsa.
Wow.
I can't believe they have my picture up here. Oh my gosh, this is great.
It's great marketing for you, I'm sure. You know. I mean, people are, that are looking for her are going to find you, and they're going to be like, hey, she's exotic. All right, she's cute.
I'm sorry.
Doesn't look anything like the other
My
Crystal.
bio
But
was
abducted
like
by an alien.
sci-fi writer, spiritual activist, and then you Google me and you get all my porn that I supposedly this is.
you know what's great, though? Somebody who's actually...
messages.
At the
Somebody
next
who's actually
convention, I'm going to walk up and ask you to sign an autograph with her photo.
There you go. That'd be awesome. Do that. But you know what's great, though? Somebody who's on the internet who's really horny and they're looking for some pornography, they're looking up this Crystal Storm, this porn actress, they find you, they start watching some of your videos online. They're like, probably they're just like, with like lotion and Q-tips and tissues, and don't ask me what the Q-tips are for, but they have all kinds of things there, and they're getting ready for something. They're like probably looking at the videos and like, when is this chick going to take her clothes off? This is the worst porn ever.
Yeah, I'm not naked in any of my videos. I'm so sorry.
It's early. We can fix that.
I mean, I've done nude photography. I have. It's tasteful. It's on a CD. It's not on the internet. They can't hack my cloud. I'm sorry.
It's early. We could still fix that.
Yes. So much fun. Tell the audience about, let's get serious for a second here. Tell the audience a little bit about your written work, Snarky, because I'm a big fan of your two books, Snarky, of course, book 1 and 2. For the audience who might not know who about these books, let's talk about them for a little bit, and we'll continue from there.
No, but no author ever likes doing this, Angel. I want you to know.
I know.
Okay.
I know that.
Okay. All
That's why I'm putting you on the spot, Bill.
Okay, that's cool. All right. So I wrote 2 books. The first one is okay. It is a solid story, self-published novel. Made a lot of mistakes with it. I'm just going to throw that out there. I don't want because Angel, you really lifted me up earlier, which was awesome. I loved your intro. And it's
Thank you.
great. Yeah, no, it's great. It's a great story, but first-time author threw a book out there probably about a month or 2 before I should have, but it survived. So
But it's a good book.
Yeah. And you know what? And people who read it, they really like it. I've been really lucky that way. They were like, it's deep, it was good. So, second book, a lot prouder of. It is the story, both books are the story of a mafia family that come forward to save us. I don't want to say save planet Earth because it's a mafia family who comes forward to save us, to give us the choice whether or not we want to save ourselves. There are aliens.
Hey, Vinny, you got the laser gun or what?
Exactly. That's exactly how it goes.
Nice.
There are aliens. There's conspiracy theory in there. There's my spiritual stuff in there. There's all kinds of stuff going on in Snarky. But yeah, that is, in a nutshell, that is what those 2 books are about. So if you like science fiction, conspiracy, and if you like books that don't give you the usual type of quote-unquote heroes, then you will enjoy Snarky.
That's awesome. And how's the TV show coming along?
That is, when you do things independently like I am doing, those things take a really long time. Forever. Yeah. It's forever. We've been working on this for years, especially with something as big as Snarky, because Aaron Williams, the producer that I've been working with forever, great story about how we met, we really wanted to do it right because that, you're indie, so you've got one shot at this.
Correct, yep.
Yeah, so it's really got to be good. And Snarky is really big. It really, really is big. So we spent a lot of time just trying to figure out how we wanted to tell the story. I can't tell you how many scripts I've written. I've probably written about 50 scripts, probably more.
Wow.
Different versions of Snarky. Yeah. So good news is that just recently, about a month ago, we wrote another one. We really liked it. We kind of really felt very strongly about this one to the point that we're ready to start opening up casting again. So kind of stay tuned to my blog and snarkytv.com. That's our website, snarkytv.com. Stay tuned there because we're going to open it up, casting up to the Florida area, the Louisiana area, and we're going to see, kind of what we get. Again, you'll be working on an independent production, but we feel really excited about this. And Aaron's such a professional when it comes to, making TV and making movies. He's got a great background in all of that. So we're excited. We're hoping that we can get back on set next year. We shot a promo. We did that absolutely free. We just got some people together. We got his equipment together. It was just like indie collaboration coming together. We wanted to see what we can do. We wanted to kind of introduce the series to the audience as a whole. It went well. I thought it was pretty good. I really did for what it was. I thought it was a really great introduction. It taught us a lot about what we could get away with and that sort of thing. So it's exciting. But those things, when you want to do it independently, you can get money for the dumbest things. You know, you come to
I've
somebody
seen that.
with a good idea, and they're like, "No, you got to prove yourself." But you want to do a reality show? Yeah, we'll give you like $1 million.
And that's like the cheapest stuff to shoot. Also, reality shows, so cheap. Have you thought of putting anything together for like Kickstarter or anything like that for the series?
Yes, we are going to do that as well. We did a little bit of a Kickstarter campaign earlier. That didn't do too well.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It didn't do too well. So we're going to try again. We're definitely going to try again. We're determined. I got to give Aaron a lot of props. We stop talking, we start talking again, and he always comes back to this because it's something that he really wants to do and that he really wants to shoot. And I'm really lucky that I get to be so hands-on with him and work with him on this. So I think it's going to happen. It's just going to take some time because it's indie, but that's fine. So.
You ever thought about maybe shopping into like something like Netflix or anything like that? Because I mean,
that's
sort of like sort of indie in a sense, even though they're getting big.
We have talked to WB. We have talked to the Discovery Channel. We have spoken to Netflix as well. Those conversations pretty much boil down to show us what you can do. That's pretty much how those conversations boil down. It's either show us what you can do or we'll give you X amount of dollars, but we'll pick the director, we'll pick the writers, and we'll pick the actors.
Yeah.
And
in other words, it's not your product anymore.
Exactly.
Well,
exactly.
you laugh, but that's how Falling Skies started off.
That's true.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. But Aaron and I, we want to do this ourselves. So it's not one of those where we just want to give somebody a whole lot of money and watch it, take off. So, I mean, we're willing to dig our heels in and get dirty and, take our time and do it the way we want to do it and see how it goes.
Just stay away from Amazon, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that Kindle Fire really rocked over everybody. Everyone's got a Kindle Fire.
Hearing Amazon get into fights with, like, big publishers and that sort of thing, it's almost like two bullies swinging at each other, which amuses me. But I mean, there's some legitimate arguments on both sides. But yes, I will. We will definitely stay away from Amazon.
I mean, even if they do decide to pick it up and they have you, do the pilot, you'll never get a second episode done ever.
Right? No, and
it's horrible. I'm still waiting for the After to be continued. You ever see that series?
Oh, what
That's
series?
Chris
It was
Carter
one
series,
episode,
right?
Well, yeah, the one episode for the series, The After, the Chris Carter series. I don't know why they didn't continue. That was a great pilot
It was
episode.
picked up. I know that.
Yeah, and they never did anything with it. So,
It's
yeah,
supposed
stay
to
away
come
from
out next
Amazon.
year. From the last I read, it was coming out in 2015.
Yeah.
It's like last year, and nothing happened.
Hell's freezing over too, folks. Just want to
Yeah,
put that out.
yeah.
It's a true
X-Files
story.
3 is coming also.
It's a true
Yeah.
story. Yeah. Labyrinth 2 is also coming out as well. I saw a great poster for that yesterday.
Photoshop is
Is it
amazing,
really?
isn't it?
Photoshop isn't. No, it's not. It's really not. I got excited for a second too. It's really not.
Oh, see, you got me all
But
excited.
it was
See,
a
the
really
fanboy
cool
in me got all
poster.
excited.
It was a really cool poster. I have to
Hey,
get.
I just found out that Steven Spielberg is going to produce Gremlins, the remake.
They
What?
should stop remaking.
Yeah.
Things. They should really stop.
I'm waiting for him to do Ghost in the Shell, but yeah, Gremlins again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on that one.
I don't know. I like Gremlins. It's nice.
I loved Gremlins too. I just wish they would leave things alone. I understand that Hollywood is running out of ideas. Well,
Yeah.
you should start talking to people who are trying to make indie productions if you need more better ideas.
No, yeah, but look, remakes have always happened. It's not like that's a new phenomenon. I mean, remakes have been happening since the beginning of time. The Fly in the 80s was a remake. So
Is it really? What was the original one?
you never seen the original Fly with Vincent Price?
Now I want to see it.
Oh my
Yeah,
God!
it was
You have to
Vincent
see it.
Price. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great movie. I mean, the original was a great movie, but the remake with Jeff Goldblum was incredible.
Yeah, no, that was. I really enjoyed The Fly. Yeah, that was a completely messed up movie. It was awesome.
I even liked the second Fly with
I
his
liked
kid.
Second Fly too.
Ah, see, great.
Oh,
minds
that's
think
the one
alike.
with Eric Stoltz, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we share something as well, Angel. I am also a huge Christopher Nolan fan, and I thought Interstellar was amazing.
Nolan Nights.
I went
Unite.
to actually go see it in a real IMAX theater, like
That's-
a
yeah.
dome one. That was awesome.
Okay, Crystal, what area do you live in?
I'm in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Yeah.
Okay, get all your asses up to the IMAX that's in Orlando.
Okay.
And we're gonna have a big gathering there.
Let's
we're
do
go-
it.
we're going
We should
to
do
have,
that because we're all in Florida. We should actually make a trip
Yeah.
out of this.
Let's do this. I am down.
I got my Disney
Like an
passes and my
hour
parking
from Orlando.
passes,
We used to live in Orlando. I live in Daytona Beach now because of my brother's job. Whatever.
and I'm an hour from Orlando myself. So there, haha.
I'm 4 hours away, so that's a long drive.
It's a long drive. That's okay. It's worth
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's right. It's worth it.
But it is worth it. Interstellar is a great movie. So, I mean, what do you think of the science behind Interstellar? Because I know you're a big sci-fi geek like me and Alan over here, and you love this stuff.
I do love that stuff. You know what? It was great listening to you guys' conversation because, okay, number one, I am highly amused when I hear scientists getting mad over a fiction movie.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Like whatever.
This is why I love this lady right here. Yes. Go ahead, continue.
Okay, that aside. Number two, and there were like deep discussions in the car on the way home after Interstellar because I'm with a household full of geeks. Okay,
it's a Nolan movie. That's how it happens. It's a Nolan movie.
Okay, so if I say, okay, I'm trying not to give away spoilers, but based on what scientists know, okay, the moral of the story is you don't know. When I hear discussions about what scientists think a something is, because I don't want to give away spoilers, and the two different schools of that.
So tough to talk about this movie without giving away spoilers.
It just lets me know that you don't know. And I think one of science's biggest problems is that they have lost their imagination. You should look at a movie like Interstellar, and you should not go on a tangent and give me all these reasons why something like that shouldn't happen. If you're a scientist, you should look at that movie and go, could this be possible? How could it be possible? Especially when you delve into topics like quantum physics, which takes Einstein's theory of relativity and just shreds it to pieces. So that's why I don't understand why I mean, I kind of do because egos and that sort of thing, but really, I think the reason that I don't have a lightsaber yet is because scientists are arrogant and stubborn and have lost their imaginations.
Amen.
This all started last year when Neil deGrasse Tyson went haywire on gravity and how that movie was completely flawed. So
it's fiction.
It is. It's a fictional movie. It's a science fiction movie.
The only argument here's the thing with this movie about it being fiction is they came out ahead of this saying they worked very closely with Kip Thorne the entire time, and so I think that's why you're getting a lot of the backlash on the science.
Well, because there's some of the science in the movie is based on real theoretical science. A lot of the science is, not all of it, is based on theoretical science. But here's the thing: theoretical science changes often.
Theoretical.
Because people, and it's all theory.
In theory, it changes.
Yes. So, people are going to butt heads over theoretical stuff in the movie, but again, it's fiction. Who cares? It's a great story. The acting is phenomenal in this movie.
It really is. I got
That's why I'm going to say again.
So
dun
good.
dun dun.
I want one of those robots. So
yeah, I do too. It was, it's very hard to make a movie that is both tells a story and combines action. Like normally you can't get those two right because you got 120 pages. You only have, you literally have 120 pages to try to do something. So normally you have to pick and choose. I thought Interstellar was very well done with the action and the storytelling. And the acting was just out of the park. I thought it was good.
Yeah. I got to admit, the mechanics of the robots were really, really interesting to look at and contemplate. Why aren't we doing that?
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
I thought that was very well done, too.
With the way robotics is moving along, we will be doing stuff like that in the near future. So
obviously, someone got the idea somewhere. So
Exactly.
No doubt.
Unfortunately, we're not going to get flying cars or hoverboards like Back to the Future, but I think in the next 100 years we might see robotics.
Well, you've seen that Life Hacker thing, not Life Hacker, the Kickstarter thing for the hoverboards already, right?
Are you going
there? That's hokey.
I'm so excited.
You know what the catch is, though? It has to be on top of a metal floor.
Of course, it's a magnet. It works on magnetism. It's
it's not a real hoverboard.
Yeah, it's not like you're going to be able to take it on the street and just hover, wherever you want.
Oh, I wish.
I say aliens just come pick me up. I'm not with stupid. Okay, we're cool people.
It's okay, Crystal. Hang on. Carlos and Jose will be right over. Just give me the address.
Okay.
You said aliens. You didn't specify what kind of aliens.
Aliens not from planet Earth.
I mean, do you want a couple aliens named Gonzalez? I can send them your way.
Me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What did you say about probing in the video that you did? What?
let me make sure I get the fine print right here.
Again,
aliens
it's not that Crystal Storm.
Yeah, not that. Come on. I just went to a strip club. We can have a good time.
But, there we go.
Woohoo! It's a party. It's Daytona.
This is the Dark Matter Radio Network, after all.
It is. It is true.
So let me ask you, Crystal, with the two books out, the TV show in the works, Do you want to get more and more into like TV and movies and writing scripts for that, or do you plan to put more books out?
I'm putting more books out. It's fun, writing a script has really taught me that book authors have it very easy, because script writing is tough. Script writing is tough for one reason, and it's called the omniscient narrator. I can tell you, I can go on a little tangent if I want to about what my character is thinking in my books. I can't do that when I write a script. If you can't see it, I can't write it. Script writing is tough. That
well,
is
you could hold on.
I agree.
You could have an inner monologue that everybody listens to.
Yes, but then that's tough to shoot, because then you've got to figure out, okay, so do you want the camera on this guy talking for an entire 2 minutes? 2 minutes, that's a long time. You don't think it's a long time, but that's a long time. Just watch the next TV show or movie you watch. See how long the camera actually stays on one person.
Oh, you just cut to like every 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds.
Well, that's why you have it coming out of the person's, you have it shot in a way where it's, coming out it's from the person's perspective, like a first-person perspective during his monologue while he's looking around the house. You don't show him. You show what he's looking at or what's distracting him during his inner monologue.
That is also a cool way to do a monologue as well. That is. But again, it's can be a challenge to shoot depending on what. And if we're talking about monologues in Snarky, I'm showing Galactic Federation chambers and sacrifices and all kinds.
Oh yay, virgin! Great with
kid sacrifices. Be real with it in Snarky, okay? I be sacrificing kids, little kids.
Oh, darn.
A virgin is a terrible thing to waste.
That's right. Yeah. We don't waste virgins,
and they're just so hard to find nowadays. It's not.
Yeah, especially in Florida.
Yeah, especially in Florida,
because they keep on sleeping with all the teachers.
That's true too.
What's going on with that?
Sad but true, especially in Miami, Florida.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Where were these teachers that are sleeping with the kids when I was in high school?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw on the news some really hot blonde teacher like sleeping with a couple of her students not long ago here in the news, and I'm like, where was she when I was in high school? Really?
Good question. It's a very good question.
Why couldn't she be my teacher? Like, I wouldn't complain. And why do kids even like turn these teachers in? Really? I mean.
It's not that the It's not that the kids turned them in. It's that they opened their big fat mouths during gym. Something else.
And their jealous friends turn them in.
That's right.
Guys, if I could give you any advice, if you're sleeping with a hot teacher,
shut
keep
up
it to yourself.
Shut up, yeah.
Don't get her fired.
One of those la 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 la.
Kids,
I'm not listening.
You're a kid. You're not smart. Nobody's smart at that age. You're just not.
No
you think you are, but you're not. But yes, Snarky Book 3 is coming out. I'm currently in the process of writing it. So yes.
Very cool. Now, with these books and then, like with the TV series and the scripts and everything, how hard is it? Because you are a science fiction fan, like we said. How hard is it for you to write science fiction in this genre and not take from sources, or take bits of pieces from other material like Star Wars, Star Trek, stuff that you love also?
Difficult. It's
right?
Yeah, it's been a little difficult. I kind of look at that though as a challenge. I have a lofty goal, and my lofty goal is to create a character as memorable as Darth Vader. That is really my goal.
Wow.
and I
good luck on that.
I know, but I am up to the challenge. So people keep telling me I'm a good writer, so I'm just going to go with it.
You're a great writer, but we're talking about the greatest villain cinematically of all time here, Crystal. I mean, that's going to be tough.
I know. You know what? I'll settle for second place because Darth Vader's kind of cool. I can settle for the number 2 spot. That's fine. But it's tough. It is tough. But a lot of it's for inspiration, that sort of thing. I haven't had too much of a problem where I'm writing something and I'm like, no, this is kind of like this. I haven't ventured there yet because Snarky's a little out there. Like, you've read the books, Jack. Snarky is a little out there. I take a lot of different concepts and I smoosh them into one novel, and I'm like, here, read this. Go.
It's almost like a Christopher Nolan movie, really. You have to read it a couple times to get everything that's in there. You really do put a lot of different things in this genre brilliantly, by the way. I really can't wait for the TV show to really have a couple episodes in the can so we could see, visually what you wrote.
I can't either. I'm so excited about that.
That's going to be so cool.
Yeah, we're really, really excited about that. We can't wait. So
I mean,
it's really fun to be on set to shoot the promo too, and watch it all come to life. So yeah, we want to kind of up our game a little bit. So yes. We're going to we're probably going to end up doing, because Snarky is so complex and starts in the 1920s and goes to now. We're going to do probably 2 movies and then the TV show. Is kind of where we're at right now. So yeah, so
How
that's
long are the
I'm
movies
just
going
to
to
ask a stupid question, folks.
Oh, okay.
Has
Ask
anybody actually
Dum,
done
dum, dum.
2 movies or even done a movie and then turned it into a TV show without a total cast rewrite and too many years to separate? The only thing that's
and
ever done it is
cast recasting.
Stargate.
Yeah.
true.
True.
With
yeah.
Snarky, the cool thing is I don't need to have the same characters because it starts in the 1920s, so I need a completely different cast for that. Book 2 will probably be more Cello's story that takes us into the 1950s. The TV show will be about his grandchildren. So you're talking about a plot that starts in the 1920s and culminates on December 21st, 2012.
Sounds very, very Transformer-ish.
I could see that. That's
Where,
true.
you have enough, what was the one with the Age of... Was it Age of Extinction? No, it was the one right before the third.
Dark of the Moon?
Yeah, Dark of the Moon, where, it's like they had an alliance way back when, and it grew till now, and now you have all the rich and powerful.
I don't know about that. I was thinking more like the series Taken, where it starts in one period piece and then shows all these abductions throughout the history of this family. That's kind of like what I was thinking more along the lines.
Okay,
But
we'll give you
Dark
that.
of the Moon, not bad.
Okay. Yeah, the
Wasn't
new
it
one
bad?
sucked. Don't compare it to the new one because the new one was horrible.
Come
Really,
on.
you don't like Age of Extinction, really?
With Mark Wahlberg, really?
Come
You
on, the
like
Funky
that?
Bunch.
You
The
know what?
Funky
And that's
Bunch.
what made me so mad because freaking, he's on a Dinobot and he is writing it, and I am so not interested because it was just like one ridiculous action scene just smooshed together after another, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, but that's what all Transformers movies are. And they're
But I
awesome.
liked the other ones. I just
loved
didn't
it.
like. Oh, I didn't like it.
Yeah, I loved it.
It was good eye candy, and that's about all it was.
Yeah, but that's what these movies are. They're eye candy, popcorn, action.
I mean,
flicks,
I go into these movies with generally low expectations because you know what they are. Like, like Pacific Rim was the only one that like really impressed me. Like, 'cause
That was not a Michael Bay production.
I didn't really dig Pacific Rim all that much, to be honest with you.
What?
Yeah, wasn't big on. I saw it a couple times and fell asleep a couple times. And
Oh my goodness! I fell asleep in Transformers. This new one, I was just like,
well, that I can understand because it's a very long movie. Like, there's an hour you can cut out of that movie and it could be perfectly fine with it. But it's a hugely long movie. But that Michael Bay does, like doing that.
He does.
He throws
Completely
everything
wasted
in there.
T.J. Miller in that movie too.
yeah, it was.
He was awesome, and then his character's demise.
You had
And
like
he
a
was
decent
hysterical.
cast.
He
It
had
was
a-
just
Wait a
like
minute, which guy was it?
T.J. Miller,
Which
funny
one is
guy in the beginning. His funny friend in the beginning, Mark Wahlberg's assistant.
The only guy
him.
who died.
He becomes
No,
Crispy Critter.
don't forget the guy who fell off the roof.
yeah. They were just like some glaring plot holes, and this is funny for me to say because normally I have a very healthy suspension of disbelief when I go in to watch a movie, right? But like that fight, that very first fight. Why did everybody just get to walk away? And really, you're the NS, and you can't find these guys in the middle of Texas? Like, really, they're just sitting on a ledge, like 20 feet away, just with their binoculars, and they just hack into your drone. Like, really? Like,
So the fact that we're making a movie about Transformers from another world doesn't bother you, but
no,
bugs
that
you.
does. Because it's my thing is if you're going to set us up with this villain that is this big, powerful, and you lay out everything they can do, and you do that from Jump Street, and then for some reason they don't use their powers, you need to give me a good reason why. I don't
Their
think that's too
batteries
much
were
to ask.
recharging. That's
Something.
it.
Yeah,
Or
that's
whatever.
what it
Batteries
was.
were recharging.
Like something, some reason that you can just get in your truck and you just drive away after there were helicopters and like 30 people there and what?
Watch the movie again, and it
right.
explains itself. It's a great movie. I liked it.
I'll watch it again. I will.
Yeah,
I'll waste another couple hours of my life just to give you the benefit of the doubt, Angel, because
Just-
you normally have a
just
pretty
one
good
more.
sense. All right, I'll do it one more time.
Just one more time. Just
All right.
give Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Just because
One
I
more
Oh,
chance.
good God! Did you actually say
I
that
would
out
do
loud?
This movie had
Say that out loud?
this movie had good vibrations going all through 3 hours of it. Okay. It
Oh
was-
God! Really? You said that out loud?
That movie made me miss Shia LaBeouf a lot.
Wow. Yeah. I can see
Yeah.
that.
I'll tell you that movie
I
made
think
me miss. It made me miss what's her name's Megan Fox's ass, but not her new face.
I like Megan Fox.
I like
Come
her.
on.
Have you seen her
She's
new
cool.
face?
I love her new face. Are you kidding me?
She looks
I
worse than what's her name from Bridget Jones' Diary.
No,
I wouldn't go that
you
far.
No.
Okay.
Now I know you're smoking the good
Out
ganja
of control.
wherever you are.
This guy knows smoking the bad ganja. He thinks that.
Oh, I don't know. He's smoking something extra special. I don't know what that is.
Out of control. Skywatchers.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to point out the slight cosmetic feature changes that she's had.
Welcome to Hollywood, Alan. They all have cosmetic feature changes.
Dude, it's Holly Weird. Come on.
Exactly. You don't belong in Holly Weird if you don't have plastic surgery at least 5 times on your face.
But this is not complimentary. This is like she did the whole duck ass lips kind of thing.
No, she always kind of had like the duck lips.
She had pouty lips, and she was using a vacuum cleaner for that. Okay, she used a vacuum cleaner, to puff up her lips, or some other toy to do it. I don't know, but I'm telling you, it's like here.
He's really thought this out, by the way, guys.
I know he's very deep into this. This is
fantastic.
Yeah,
I think Alan's been sitting at night with the lights off, just watching Transformers and the Ninja Turtles movie, just thinking of ways that she got her lips like that, and just thinking of ideas of what it could have been.
She
okay.
Looking that good.
That's not really. Weird. Yes, here I sent you a link. You click on it and you tell me she doesn't look right. Okay, from the before and after. Okay.
So I'm actually looking at the picture, and so I say this is a bisexual woman who could appreciate beauty here. She looks a little weird in the second. She went from like normal looking person to like Barbie doll.
I mean,
kind of looks like a Barbie doll, and it's kind of creeping me out a little bit.
Yeah, but you guys have to understand. Hold on, there's a lot more makeup on the second picture here.
No, there really isn't, actually.
Yeah, dude, her eyes are like more made up.
No, it's not. It looks like almost the same identical eyelashes.
It's different.
The way they're
she's
separated.
under the same angle. She's a lot closer in the second picture. She's also a little bit older. She's like 10 years older in the second picture. Age does make a difference there, Mr.
She
Weiler.
really didn't have to, though. These makeup, she really didn't have to. She was beautiful regardless. I don't understand why she
I think she
that's
is
what I'm
hot.
saying.
She really was.
She really didn't need all this work. She did look good.
Absolutely beautiful. She did look good beforehand.
I mean, to be fair, she just did have a kid as well. So.
Okay, hang on. Here's the best test.
Thank you, Eugene.
Here's the best test, folks. Which one do you think would you be happy waking up to in the morning after the makeup's off?
Well, I got to see her without makeup first.
Well,
need an actual without makeup.
Let's put it this way. I take the one on the left without makeup a hell of a lot quicker than the one on the right.
I'll give you this much. I'll take either one.
Jack is like, I'm not picky. Whatever.
Makeup,
Jack
no
is
makeup.
like, as long as there's a pulse.
As long as it's Megan Fox. That's all I care about.
And it's not going to abduct him.
Okay.
Well, I don't mind the abduction, especially if there's no anal probing going on. Then, that we have a problem. But there's none of that. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, he has limits. As long as they're not going to put him on the saucer, he's okay.
Yeah, I don't need that scene from South Park where the satellite comes out of my behind.
That would be amazing.
You
wouldn't
got
that
to
be
admit
something?
it still has not happened to Travis, so he hasn't had the satellite just come out of his butt yet.
And people want to know why they call me the Jackal.
Michael Bay needs to make Bad Boys 3, though, for real. Seriously.
Oh, he's making Bad Boys 3.
There was a script floating around. There was a script floating around for it already about 3 years ago.
Mike Lowry.
The problem is that they wanted to pass the torch off, not reboot it per se, but pass the torch off to 2 other characters, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah, don't do that.
Why? Jaden Smith turned down the role. Mike Lowry.
Oh no, I read a
so
really
sad.
great interview about
his frown just didn't work on screen.
Those 2 kids are pretty intelligent. Those 2 kids are.
Did you read that article about them and time travel, or how they can slow down time or speed up time depending on how they feel?
I've watched some very interesting Will Smith videos and his perception about the universe and spirituality. So he's a pretty deep dude. So I'm not surprised his kids turned out like this. Well,
yeah, but you got to understand, some of the things that he tweets is like he's smoking Twinkies or something.
I do not follow him on Twitter. I'm not a celebrity stalker.
I don't follow him, but I'm telling you, things show up on Facebook. Like, what is this idiot saying again?
Now, you know, you sound very judgmental, and I think you need to stop being so judgmental.
Thank you. I've been saying that for the last decade.
You do.
No. Actually, I'm really not that judgmental.
No, this whole tirade about Megan Fox. Definitely.
Yeah, no.
No, I'm just
Not judging her at all. I'm just saying she's carved her face up like a turkey.
Okay.
You have a very judgmental co-host here, Jackal. You do.
Yeah, I do. I know. I really do.
I mean, okay. Here's.
I'm gonna make a note of that.
Okay, here's Jaden. Here's just for some fun. Let's just put in a couple of Jaden Smith's tweets. First one is most trees are blue. Another good one is how can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real?
That's deep stuff. That's deep. But there's a lot of, okay, so as someone who's kind of, I'm very woo-woo, I'm on the Plucky and Woo-Woo show, as someone who kind of has a little bit of background as to what he's saying, it's not that out there.
Okay, true. And I got to admit, I do like his mom actually on the new Gotham TV series.
Oh, God,
well, not
really.
Do you hate her? What?
Hate her character.
So
hate that
annoying.
Worst character
you guys
ever.
Are very judgy. I think you guys plucked and woo.
Hey, no, hold on. I love Jada Pinkett Smith. You know, I'm a big fan of her. You know, she was. You know, at one point she was friends with Tupac. Love Tupac. Yep. So you know, I have no beef with her. But that character.
So annoying. Yes.
You're
so
right.
annoying.
She's annoying, and you just can't wait to see her get killed.
No, I'm just waiting for somebody to kill her and get off the show.
Exactly. That's the whole thing. The whole design of that character is you're just saying, who's gonna kill her? I can't wait to see that woman die. And you just anticipate, and you're hoping every episode someone's gonna kill her.
Yeah, but if it doesn't happen soon, I'm gonna stop watching. So what's the point?
But then you realize it's Jada Pinkett Smith, and she's not going to sign on to a series for 6 episodes. So she's there for it.
You write a character, and you think everybody's going to like her, and they just think that she's annoying. It's like Lori from The Walking Dead. I really think that when they wrote her, they thought that everybody was going to like her, and she was like the most ridiculous character ever. I was so happy when she died.
Or Chandler Riggs. I'm still waiting for the kid to get shot.
No spoilers though, guys. I'm so behind this season. So behind.
Oh, really? You haven't been keeping up with this season?
You know, I was in a really bad funk actually the last couple of years, and I have pulled myself out of it. So I've been really busy trying to catch up and write and do stuff. So I have fallen very behind on my TV shows.
Make time for this season because it's been phenomenal.
No, I watched the first 3 episodes, so I'm 3 episodes in, and then I had to take a break because I had other stuff to do. So I'm gonna go back.
Well,
you all have a life after.
Yes, we do. Except for the people who die on The Walking Dead.
Except for you, people who die on The Walking Dead. I know.
Yes, and make time for Sons of Anarchy also.
Oh, wait a minute. Don't. Yeah, tonight was supposed to be a good episode. I haven't seen it yet. I got to download it.
I somewhat got a spoiler by somebody spoiled something on Twitter. I haven't watched it yet either. But
yeah, I got to download that. And it's the last season too. But they are thinking about doing an actual pre-series for the original Sam Crow.
Well, I will wait till it is over since I have never watched it, and then I'll just binge.
Me neither. Is it going to be on Netflix? Because then
I'll just download it.
Can you not watch it? It's
exactly.
such a good series.
I download all my TV shows now.
Yeah, I do too. I hate commercials.
Well, I travel a lot, so I don't have.
Disclaimer for anybody that's about to start: give it about 6 episodes. The first season of Sons of Anarchy, the first 6 episodes are a little.
Guys, hold on. We're joined by a caller here. Caller, you're live on the air. Please turn off your radio, whoever this is.
I have fallen very behind on my TV shows. Make time for this. How's that?
Whoa, we're joined by Lucifer. Satan,
wait a minute.
Tell us.
Is he talking backwards? Is he talking backwards?
I don't know, but Satan, speak to me, Satan. Give me a command, my lord.
Wait a minute. Here's what Satan did. Satan got Charles Manson a girlfriend.
Command me, Lord. Remember Ghostbusters 2? Command me, Lord. Well,
there is no Zool.
So caller calls in, doesn't say anything. Caller, you're going to say something or we're going to hang up on you?
No, he's already
on Skywatchers.
You actually have to give the caller a chance.
No, hold on. Everybody, hold on. Everybody, give the caller some silence. Hold on. Caller, say something.
Mark, 3, 2. This is Star 6 calling. I really enjoyed the conversation if we can have one.
I would love to have a conversation. What's up, Star 6?
Yay. I really enjoyed what I've been hearing tonight, gentlemen. I'm not kidding you. I really enjoyed you. Yes, awesome. I enjoy the lady more, however.
So do I.
Thank
so do
you.
I. You're not the first to say that to me.
Well, there's a reason. I get involved with a lot of talented people in my life, and you're probably one of the most well-rounded, well-balanced writers I've ever ran into. And I just ran into you at the beginning of the show because I pushed the wrong button, and I was listening.
That's so sweet. Oh, thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Very
There you
cool,
go.
Star 6.
Well, I'm still listening, and I want to, I just want to encourage you to keep kicking ass because you've got the right program. 120, you're right. I can't even write my mother a letter, let alone, what you guys do. And so I have a lot of respect for the talented people that can. And I do appreciate, I got to tell you both, you guys, I appreciate people that critique films, and especially the one we were discussing tonight. I'm really excited I heard your comments about it because, boy, you really triggered my curiosity. I'm going to go see it, and I'll call back in. I'll give you a report from the side
Awesome.
of Star 6. Star 6 is...
We highly recommend you see it.
Yeah, I have to now because you guys, you should have sent me tickets. Anyhow, I'm going to...
Give us your address when we're off air to our board meeting, and we'll get you tickets.
Well, Star 6 is more than a nickname. I live here. At any rate, the key thing is this. Young lady, and you will always be young, I can tell. And you
Yes.
don't need surgery. I agree with them on the surgery of who you were talking about.
Which one? There were a couple of them.
I think he means Megan Fox, Alan. Megan Fox. Beautiful, gorgeous Megan Fox.
Not Bridget Jonesy. What's her name?
It's one of the number one mental illnesses of this country. But
Very
nevertheless,
true. Yeah.
Nevertheless, regardless of what it is, it's just unfortunate. But getting back to the main characters in your future, and Star 6 is one of them, my dear. I'm going to be following you, and I say we. Star 6 is a group, and we only believe in one thing, quality. We don't care about profit.
Well, her books and the TV shows she's working on definitely is quality. That's good stuff, man.
Very cool.
Well,
Star 6,
you know
I
what?
would love to have your email address. I would love to send you and your group a copy of the Snarky series and know what you think about it.
Well, all you have to do is dial area code 206-203.
Don't give your number on air. Don't give your number on air. I don't know if you want to do that.
Oh, this number is easy. Trust me. Do you think I'd give a number on the air?
Well. Give your email, but I'm just saying. I'm just looking out for you, bro.
This is a special number. It catches me anywhere in the world, and it doesn't wake me up. It's area code 206-203-4649. Now, just for the listeners, I don't know who's calling unless you leave me your phone number. If you want an email, well, then you're going to have to leave an email. It's a voicemail system. 30 seconds after you hang up, I get it anywhere in the world, and I do travel. So,
very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very
So it's like Dropbox, but for phones.
Okay,
I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing about communications, gentlemen. Cell phones are industrial scrap.
I agree.
True.
And
Yeah.
and also I want to tell you something else, young lady. I don't know what's in your story, and I don't wish to. I don't need to. However, I was listening, and the graphics are great. Your actors are probably going to be even better. But there is some technology things I'd sure like to bring up, and one of them is sitting down in Texas. And if you call that number and leave an email, I'll send you the link. I'm not trying to sell anything. I sure could, however. But there is, everybody's talking about the future in terms of a lot of different pieces of equipment. Oh, I guess the flying car would be the most common one at the moment.
Hoverboard. I want a hoverboard.
I want to
Yeah, well, that's what drew my attention to this subject. The hoverboard, I can get you one, but you'd have to come to Star 6 to get it. But number
I'm
two, down in Texas, already licensed for the road, is a flying motorcycle. That's what it is.
Nice.
It was actually designed by myself and a partner 30 years ago for Africa. And but however, there was only one man on Earth that could take the prototype and really make it come true. And he did that, let me stand by here, approximately 8 years ago. And it is licensed in Texas. It is the answer to, all kinds of things, I'll say it that way. But the neat thing is, in a movie, it's something people don't know about. I'm not trying to boost the sales, because his sales are doing just great. For $19,000, you can buy this thing. And if you're 10 years old, you'll fly it just as safe as an 80-year-old. It doesn't kill people. And it's great for movies. And you already saw it once. The type of flying wing was done in Mad Max. I think it was Mad Max. That was the gyrocopter pilot.
Anybody want to confirm that?
Yeah, well, at any rate, it's been used in a lot of films down in Australia. And anyhow, the key thing is, it's a piece of technology that's in the here and now. Now, that's one thing I want to tell you about. The here and now.
Okay.
Gentlemen, there is no past, and there is no future. It is the here and now. It may have taken you a few years to get your 120 pages of script done, but you're measuring it in a different dimension. The truth of the matter is, it's the here and now, and you just keep following what you're doing, and it will happen exactly as your dreams are. Everything you're doing will come true. Period. In. Have a good evening, gentlemen. I really want to listen to another caller. By the way, caller, if you got broken fingers, it's okay, but try your elbows.
Star 6 is awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Star 6. Thanks for calling in, buddy. That was great.
That is
Star
awesome.
6.
Star
That's
6
probably
is
the best.
fantastic. I'm totally giving Star 6 my email address.
That might have been the best call ever on this show, by the way.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Everybody
like
who's listening, let's try
ever.
and get you guys to one-up them.
Yeah, let's go, guys. Come on. Yeah.
That's going to be a tough one to one-up.
Author. I be writing stuff. Jackal is cool. These other guys are cool. You should call in. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
we're
cool. I'm kind of cool.
Yeah, we're all cool.
Alan's cool.
Yeah.
But Crystal, you're the coolest. And, we said it earlier, but, it is your birthday, and it's so cool that you're spending your birthday here with us, even though technically is, tomorrow also. So you're going to have the whole day. What are you doing on your special birthday? Anything special?
I'm not doing a friggin' thing tomorrow. That's what I'm going to do.
That's the best kind of birthday. Are you kidding me?
It's been really great. My sister-in-law took me to see some strippers last Friday, and then
nice.
Yeah, it was great. And then this Friday, we're all going to go out again. So tomorrow, I'm going to eat cake, and I'm not doing anything. Probably game. I'm a gamer. I'll play some Secret World. What's up, everybody in the Secret World? I'll play some Star Wars.
Destiny.
Nice.
Destiny.
Speaking of Star Wars, you excited about Episode 7?
I am
The
so
Force Awakens?
excited about Episode 7. I okay, so I wrote a Star Wars fan fiction. I don't know if people know this, but I say it because it's the...
You told me once about this, yeah. I remember.
I played Star Wars The Old Republic, the MMO. Loved the story so much that I stopped writing my real book, and I wrote a fan fiction that got so long that I got an editor and a cover artist and turned it into a quote-unquote real book. So, now that is out there, I swear to God, I think it's gotten like 100 times a month. More people have read my Star Wars fan fiction than they've read my actual novels, which is fine.
What is Star Wars?
Fine, it's Star Wars, exactly. You say Star Wars, people will read it. It'd be nice if somebody would give me a review on it. I'd love to know what you think, but whatever.
You ever thought about commissioning that to Disney? Because, now they're going to put all kinds of Star Wars stuff out.
You know what? I did it for the fun of it. I'm actually also going to turn it into an audiobook. I'm recording chapters in my voice, and I'm adding little sound effects to the background. I'm just going to put them up on my blog because I hate blogging and I always need content. So I'll just 45 chapters. It's ridiculous.
So what's this Star Wars story about?
It is about a family that is caught up in the Galactic War. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the Star Wars MMO actual story, but it takes place way before all the movies. Kind of around the era of Revan, that era. First Emperor type stuff. Yep. It's that era. So it is about a woman who got caught up in the Galactic War as a Jedi, kind of became a Sith, kind of became a Gray Sith, and some stuff goes down.
Wait, she's a Gray Sith or is she Bendu?
She's like a Gray Sith.
Really? Gray Sith instead of a Bendu?
That's I know, yeah. So yeah. So that, and it's about, the choices that she makes and the family. I love being mean to my characters is what it's really about.
Oh, you have no issues there. No.
You know what I'm saying? You know what? I was killing characters before George Martin. That's all I'm saying.
She really was, yeah. She was.
You know what would be the worst person to kill when it comes to Game of Thrones?
Who would be the worst?
George R.R. Martin. Because then you'd never figure out how everything ends.
You would never figure it out. And I actually tried to read the books and I couldn't get into them. I was very sad.
I've never seen
the movies are great. The TV show is great.
The TV show is all... I'm actually shocked, Jackal. You'd probably really enjoy Game of Thrones.
Everybody tells me that. And, this happens to me all the time. I didn't get into Breaking Bad until, the last season. And for years, people were like, dude, for at least 2 years anyway, 2 or 3 years, people were like, dude, you really should watch Breaking Bad. Oh, my God, this show's amazing. And I'm like, it's a show about meth. How could it possibly be? How good, really? I mean, seriously.
It's okay. You'd all yell at me
greatest show ever.
Really? You'll yell at me when I say I really haven't even watched it.
I haven't either.
Shame on both of you.
I have not either. I know. I've got a list of shows that I need to watch. So I need Minions is what I need. If I had some Minions, I could spend more time watching TV.
Amen. I could use a couple Minions.
You know what I'm saying?
I just hired a whole bunch of Minions.
What?
Yep. And I'm looking to hire more.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? You need to share the Minions, dude. I will
Well,
name a character after you.
As long as you can afford them, I'll happily send Minions to you.
All right.
You send a couple my way there, buddy. I need a couple more Minions. Especially hot-looking blonde Minions.
You know I recruit from the comic book conventions.
I know you do. That's what I'm saying.
I'll provide you Minions as long as you can afford them.
Oh, I definitely will.
All right. Yeah. Not a problem. I'm looking to hire another 30 for what I do for a living. So, I'll get you some Minions.
Man, people are right now scratching their heads wondering what exactly it is that you do for a living. Like, wait a second.
What do you do? Is it please?
Is it what?
Is it please?
No. But
does anybody get pleased in the process is what she's trying to ask.
I will say that people are usually satisfied after dealing with me, yes.
Oh.
Is there a happy ending involved?
Where's that 10-foot pole? Let's see if I could touch that. Ooh, wow.
With that said, we're going to break. Keep pondering that answer there, Mr. Allen. Guys, we'll be right back after a commercial break. And I want to just give a shout-out to Space Boy, who provided a really cool song for Feature Theater. And I'm going to play it here. It's called No Fate. Really cool track. So shout-out to Space Boy on Twitter.
Space Boy?
Space Boy! All right, everybody, welcome back to Skywatchers. And again, we have open lines. If you guys want to call in and follow that great call we had on the last segment, good luck. But if you want to call in,
no
we'd love
pressure.
to take your calls.
No pressure.
No.
Nope,
Okay.
not at all.
None. But if you want to follow that epic call, go ahead. 786-245-8127. Follow us on Skype also by looking up PSN Radio. You can look us up and Skype right in. We'll accept your Skype.
We will.
Skype us. Skypity-Skype.
Press the button.
Now, Crystal, let's talk about your radio show for a second here because it is an amazing show. I've been on the show a couple times. And I want to give a shout-out to your co-host, the Pluckster.
Jolie!
Love Julie. She's awesome.
Julie's awesome. Julie is
Tell the audience how in the hell did you come up with the Plucky and Woo-Woo show? First of all, how did you come up with this name, Plucky and Woo-Woo show? Because a person of your magnitude and with what you're working on, you're such a respected author and you have this great project, and then you're on the Plucky and Woo-Woo show. How does this happen?
No, because I am ridiculous and I love it. That is how, because I am 34 today, but I'm really like 5. So here's what's up. So Plucky is Julie's that is like her motto. Like Julie is just a plucky woman. Like, that is who she is. And so I'm a spiritual person. So, and Julie likes to call my spirituality woo-woo. So it started out as Unconventional Wisdom Radio, but we're like, that's really long. That's a really long website. Yeah. That's really hard to say. We're like trying to get bumpers from people, and they're like, what? So we were like, we need to rename it. So we had many nights of many conversations of what we were going to name the show. And then finally I was like, you know what? We're thinking too deep. The Plucky and Woo-Woo Show. That's what it's going to be. And she was like, that's what's up. So I was like, that's what's up. And there we go.
It just made perfect sense, huh? Plucky and Woo-Woo.
I know it's us. That's what she's Plucky and I'm Woo-Woo. So that's what it is.
Now tell the audience a little bit of what you two get into on this show, because this is not your conventional radio show. This is not, this is not Coast to Coast, Art Bell. This is not Dark Matter Radio Network style of radio. This is out there in your face. It's really good radio, though. So tell the audience a little bit about what you guys cover on the show.
Thank you, Jackal. That's awesome, because we never know, because we just go on. Okay,
I love the show.
I love it.
I'm afraid going on sometimes because the language gets a little bit.
I know, we're so bad. I'm like, Jackal is never going to find sponsors for us. We're so bad. So we're on.
A little bit out there.
I know. Stuff. We're sorry. We try. We really do. I swear. So we're on.
Yeah, a lot, constantly. That's the problem. That's the problem there.
We're horrible. So you can only be a sponsor on the Plucky and Woo-Woo Show if you don't mind two hot chicks dropping a lot of F-bombs Sunday morning. I'm just saying we do.
Tough choice there.
I know. The Plucky and Woo-Woo Show, we talk about... Plucky is like the normal person. That's why I love drawing her into spirituality conversations. But Plucky's a really awesome chick. She loves change makers. She loves talking about business management, independent businesses, the right way to do things. She loves talking about just kind of plucky, do-it-yourself type things. That's like her MO. She is my resident normal person. And Plucky gets real with it. Plucky talks about, her struggles with the things she goes through with her job, with her sports announcing. We've gotten into many a deep discussion about, sexism in video games and all kinds of fun stuff. And we have a very unique, I really want to say it's a unique perspective about a lot of things, because we're two very strong, independent women who think that some of y'all feminists need to calm down. We do. It's true. It's a true story.
Me and Alan have the same problem. We're both really strong, independent women also.
I know.
So what's your take on Gamergate?
Okay, so here's my take on Gamergate. That So, I spent a lot of time actually reading about it because I thought it was ridiculous. You went a little far when you started threatening people. Like, that's kind of out of control. That is a prime example of what gets feminists so riled up, is when, stupid people make stupid comments like that, or you say that it's, that just because she's a woman, she deserves it, or what have you. And, I read a lot of stuff about how people had to leave their homes because they reported on this, and that's just, you guys are out of control. If the conversation is about fairness in reporting in video games, you have an argument. And if you are a part of Gamergate, then this is where you need to steer the conversation. I understand how it started, and it started out ridiculous as well. It started...
Well, for those out there listening, myself included, who might not be aware of what the heck you're talking about with this Gamergate, fill us in exactly what this whole thing's about.
Okay, so as I understand it, because I didn't spend a whole lot of time on it because I thought it was ridiculous. How it started out was a woman had made a video game, and someone had given her a report on it. Then her boyfriend put out a very public letter about how she had cheated on him and about how she had slept with this reporter to get the review on the video game. And and from there it exploded. The conversation never actually, it went from, this conversation about truth in journalism, and did she actually sleep with this guy to get the review, and is the video game actually good and worthy of the review, into this whole big sexist battle, and video game and gamers are changing, and then it turned into that argument of, well, women can't play video games, and we want this, and it's out of control. Out of control now. So what started out as could have been maybe a conversation on fairness in video game reporting, which is where it is kind of trying to get to, but it's being swallowed up by a lot of sexist stupidity, is my take on Gamergate right now.
Interesting.
It's out of control.
Really I agree. There's a lot of sexism in the world of gaming. There is, and I completely also agree that women should not play video games at all. Because I got my butt whooped by a woman on Halo years ago, and I've never played video games again. Thank you very much. You scarred me for life, women.
Look, my take on it is this, okay? There are a lot of messed up things in video games, period. Okay,
True,
whether
that's true.
it's
I'll give you
sexism
that.
or genocide or killing. Like, have you ever played Civilization? Civilization is a messed up game. Number one, if I choose slavery as a form of government, my workers build things 25% faster. When I drop bombs on cities, I can actually hear people screaming. Like, like video games are messed up and they're supposed to be messed up. So I don't think it's fair to attack a video game and saying it's sexist or it's this or it's that. You might be right. Video games should be messed up. They should be dark. They're fiction. That's okay. And the same token, yes, there should be more video games that are marketed towards women. There should be more video games that have strong female characters. But you don't have to get rid of what is already there to make something new. There are a lot of freaking video gamers. You can cater to everybody. So I don't understand these arguments. Like, I want to see men objectified in video games. I want to see a whole lot of butt-naked, skinnily clad men in armor running around, being my minion.
I don't know if I
whatever.
want to see that.
Okay,
No.
well, you don't want to see that, but I want to see
we're going to show you the muscles.
Not interested.
I want to see a six-pack. If I got to live with boobies, I should be able to see a six-pack. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm not
we are
interested
going
in
to
that.
get the good outfit. It's Conan with my loincloth. Yeah.
We're here to pump you up in a video game. Yeah.
But
That's horrible, Arnold.
I know. Sorry.
It's a humor.
So bad. So bad that, sorry, guys.
So bad.
Again, if you guys want to send any hate mail, it's hate@skywatchersradio.com.
For just giggles, we actually should
We should
put
have that email.
we should really create that email address. So, but wait,
Just to see how much hate mail we actually would get.
Is it almost time to read emails that have come in again? We should be
No.
doing that every single week.
We should, and I'm pretty sure that the wormhole is pretty full right now. And thanks again to Keith Rowland for creating this amazing technology called the wormhole, which gives us messages. It's incredible. Some people call it instant messages. I don't know. Did you guys
No,
ever hear
it's
that
an
term?
interstellar wormhole.
Interstellar messages.
What? Say what? That's cool.
It's amazing. So
That is
if we get
amazing.
any of those, we'll read those out. We usually get some pretty interesting ones.
Very cool.
Very, very interesting ones.
Yeah, we
gotta,
need to start reading that on a regular basis because that's
I agree.
That's entertaining just by itself.
It is. It
True
is. It
story.
is. So, Crystal, we only have actually about maybe another 20 minutes left in the show. But what do you what's next on the agenda here for you in the next couple months besides the TV shows, the books, and everything else? Do you have any time to sleep?
I do sleep. I sleep. Sleeping is very
When?
important to me. It's, I know. That's why I don't have time to watch TV shows. Sleeping is very important to me. I make sure.
Yes.
I am doubting it because look, as long as I've known you, this is like the hardest working woman I've ever met.
Oh,
Seriously, like
great-eyed.
when it comes to like these kind of genres, because my mama was pretty hardworking too, Crystal. I'm just saying.
No, here you
But when it comes to like authors, people that are in this field, you're a very hardworking person. You're always moving around doing something.
It's awesome that I haven't felt that way in a long. I tell you, I really did. I was going through a really rough period the last couple of years. We
call this the dark era in your life because
It was another dark era, but it's cool. I'm back to myself. I'm finally riled up about things again. So I have a very hard time. I like playing. I want to be on planet Earth to play. I want to travel and I want to write and I want to learn things about different cultures and people. But at the moral of the story is I just want to play. So I really appreciate it when you call me a hard worker, Angel, because I struggle daily. Do I want to play Star Wars or do I need to make this website and make some money?
Here's the thing: playing Star Wars is that's a career in itself for me. I play Star Wars anytime I get a chance.
You know what I'm saying?
Computer games, video games, whatever.
it's
Anything Star Wars. Star Wars is life.
It's true. It's
so excited.
And I'm a freelancer too, and so there's like a level of responsibility and self-motivation that you have to have as a freelancer. And I love it. I wouldn't change. I will never, ever, ever go back to working for somebody else. Ever.
I'm trying to get out of that field myself.
It's hard. It's
so
really, really hard to be a freelancer. I'm not gonna lie. But it's worth it. It is worth it.
I'm saying you and Oscar Benjamin are like the hardest working people I've ever met because you are freelancers and you have to make a living. So
we do.
Think about how hard that is, folks. It's not very easy. It's tough. But let me ask you. You being a fan of all this geek stuff and and sci-fi and everything, you're also a big fan of ufology and the whole UFO phenomenon and stuff. What's your take on the current state of ufology? Because that's really what we cover here on Skywatchers Radio, at least most of the time.
What is the current state of ufology? Will you educate me? Can I get a 30-second summary?
Let's see. We have Steve Bassett still trying to get disclosure going.
Okay.
Good luck on that.
Yep.
I love Stephen Bassett. He's a good friend. He's been here many times, but not probably going to happen, sadly enough.
Probably not. But you know what? The way the internet is nowadays, he really doesn't need it.
Well, look, this is the thing. He's still trying to get that acknowledgement from the government. You're not ever going to get it.
He's never going to get it. He's never going to get it.
At least not in his lifetime. Not in our lifetime, sadly enough. It's not going to happen.
And that's my biggest. That is my biggest pet peeve. It's not that things. It's things that will never change. What a depressing thought. I struggle with that daily. That things might not ever change.
Sadly enough.
What on planet Earth? But yeah, he's never going to get that.
But look, that's part of the current state of ufology, of course. And we were talking about earlier in the show if you were listening. I was talking about Zecharia Sitchin and Dr. Heiser and how he debunked Zecharia Sitchin's work and yada yada yada. And there's a lot of hoaxing that goes on in ufology.
Yes.
What's your thoughts of that part of the whole thing? Because the more I do this radio stuff, Crystal, the more I get into talking to folks. And look, there's a lot of legit people in ufology also that are coming forward with really legit information. But the more you dig deep into what's happening, it's really easy to see the fakers, the hoaxers, the liars, the con artists.
Yes.
It's really become apparent that it's being flooded with these folks. And you're looking, you look at it from the outside in because you're an author of science fiction, but I know you love the subject. When I first met you, you were doing a show called Paranormal 101, if you remember.
Yeah.
And this is 5 years ago.
Yeah. That's holy crap, Jack. That's a long time.
We've known each other for half a decade. Okay?
What? That's crazy.
When you were doing that show, I remember listening to the show, and I remember you listening to you talk about, spirituality and ufology and all these different subjects and stuff. And it really, have you seen a lot of the same stuff that I've seen over the last 5 years?
Yes. Look, with these types of topics, especially because there's so much disinformation and so many things that the government doesn't want you to know and all kinds of crap, you have to go in this with a healthy dose of discernment. You just have to. You absolutely have to. I'm a huge believer. I think that anybody who doesn't believe in the UFOs, there's something wrong with you because space is huge. So if you think we're the only ones in it, that is like the height of human arrogance to me. That is just like, whatever. So, at the same time, does everybody who, says they've seen a UFO, have you actually seen a UFO? Probably not. Do I believe that some people have? Absolutely. Do I believe the government has probably talked to UFOs at some point? Probably. It would not surprise me. How deep that goes, or if we've got secret deals, or if there are aliens in the White House. Look, I'm a science fiction author. Wouldn't surprise me if it's true. Don't think it is. What's your take on the whole ancient alien phenomenon that's really swept the world? This show is like super. It's so popular. It's such a great show. It's a great show to get started with, but it's kind of like reading Wikipedia again. Grain of salt. You got
giant grain of salt.
Look, if you're watching that show and you see something that you're like, oh my God, this is really cool. With these types of topics, you have a responsibility, and your responsibility is you have to do your own research. You absolutely do. And look, these things will change constantly. It's like talking to somebody who says he knows what the Great Pyramids were made from. Okay, that's great. This is what you know based on our current level of technology and our current level of knowledge. It's like talking about science, the science of Interstellar. We come at these things from a very limited, knowledge pool. So I don't think anybody really knows. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you have to take the things that feel right to you after you have done a healthy dose of research and discard the rest. And understand that in 5 years or, next month or next week, somebody might get on a radio show. You'll listen to them. You like what they say better. You like their research. And you'll change your mind. And that's fine. And that's what it's going to happen because nobody knows. Until the aliens come down, land in my yard, and have a conversation with me, we're not going to know. We're guessing.
I still want him to land in the White House lawn, open up, and
that'd be great.
that would be just an epic way for them to like announce, "Hey, we're here." As long as what comes out is not a bunch of giant Native American looking aliens. That would suck for this country. Like
that. Oh God, this country.
Well, guys, it was a good run. We had a few hundred years, and they're back for the land. They're giants now. That's
so they
not
should
good.
be. You know what? I wouldn't even be mad at them because we celebrate Columbus Day. How rude is that?
And he didn't even discover this country. Did you know that this country was this close from being called the United States of Vespucci?
Yes, actually, I was reading something about that just a couple days ago. That I was just like, "Are you kidding me?"
This close, like an inch closer. We would all be saying, "I pledge of allegiance to Vespucci."
Like, oh, we're so stupid. We're so stupid. This is why aliens. This is why aliens talk to us via crop.
That's why they don't talk to us because
they put it on crop circles.
Well, hang on 1 minute.
Figure out what a crop
Don't
circle
forget
says, then they'll talk to us.
Don't forget, the president of Turkey just recently said that Muslims were in America 200 to 300 years before Columbus. Is the latest thing that's out there now?
Wouldn't surprise me. I figure everybody and their mother was probably here before frickin' Columbus.
Although I haven't seen any ancient mosques anywhere.
Doesn't mean that they're not here.
Yes,
Troy
the absence
wasn't there
of evidence
until they
is not
found
the
it.
exactly. The absence of evidence does not mean this does not exist. Somewhere deep in Indiana, there's a musk.
Right. Or
Yeah, somewhere in Indiana.
Because there's some cool shit underneath Antarctica. I am positive underneath all that ice, there's some cool shit.
I'm telling you,
yeah.
you might just
Ixnay on
actually
the
have
SHIT.
you might actually have Atlantis there.
Probably.
That could be cool.
That's an interesting question because there's a whole mythology in Atlantis.
It is, and Lemuria and all that kind of stuff. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I've always said, well, I haven't always, but for a long time I've had this theory that Atlantis was in the United States. Like, this country was Atlantis at one point. Stuff happens, really bad stuff happened, many, many hundreds of years ago. And, people got off of here and left, and then Europe became as popular as it did, and then all the troublemakers were dumped off in Australia, and then the rest is all history that we know now, and there's a lot of our history which we don't know anything about. I mean, 2,000 years ago, we really have very little knowledge of a lot of the history. We have a lot, some of it we know, some of it we don't know. And we only can go back a few thousand years, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 years ago. We have no idea.
Baby. We're like the Alabama of the galaxy. No offense, Alabama,
Yeah.
but we really are. I feel like
Shout out to Alabama.
Shout out to I got friends in Alabama. I do. Shout out to, but really, we're like the Alabama of the galaxy because we don't know. And then we walk around.
Are we gonna say to aliens, "Y'all ain't from around here, are you?"
No, it would be funny if the aliens tell you, "Take us to your leader."
No. It's like, "Hi there, alien. You got some mighty pretty lips."
In
don't got
the
lips,
Snarky
those grays.
series, Atlantis was a planet that exploded. Yeah,
Really? Sounds like Zachariah Sitchin right there.
no, you know what? I did. I actually took a lot of
Marduk.
his stuff and I threw in Snarky. I did. I'm not gonna lie.
I think Atlantis might have been somewhere in the region of Antarctica, because if you think about it, there have been maps from the 1200s up to the 1400s that showed no snow and no ice in that Antarctic region.
Absolutely.
So,
and you can't go there. If you want to go to Antarctica, you've actually got to call your government and ask permission.
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I wonder why.
Yeah. So
I wonder why. Well, there's all, another theory would be, could it be the Hollow Earth entrance?
could be. Could
that be Atlantis?
Earth entrance probably has a couple entrances. I'm thinking maybe. I don't know. I had a really good conversation with Dennis
Crenshaw.
Yes,
Yeah, I
Dennis
haven't talked to
Crenshaw,
Dennis
the
in a
man.
long time.
Dennis and Rick. I had them on one of my radio shows.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Yeah.
Exactly. We had a great conversation about the Hollow Earth. I love how much we don't know. It's exciting. It's fun.
Yeah.
I wish scientists, I wish they had more of an imagination, and I wish people who normally don't talk to each other would stop being so egotistical and just have conversations and start thinking about why things could be possible. Because I just feel like we'd be so much more advanced. We would know so much more, and these egos are they're killing me.
Oh, here's an idea. When somebody asks you to prove that somebody's lying, don't let your ego get all butt hurt and actually go on and prove it.
No. We want
Just saying.
Steve. We want Steve to come back.
Come on, Steve. Prove it. He's a great dancer, that
So,
Steve.
okay, so I
Dancing
know we're
all over.
running out of time, but what was not, and I actually saw that article that you put up about how Zachariah Stitchen's a big fat dirty liar, but I haven't had
Dirty
time to
liar.
read it, so what's the deal? Why is he a big fat dirty liar?
Well, see, you have to really won't
Nice
have
way to
enough
put
time
it.
for me to cover that. But put it this way: he was a big fat dirty liar. But he's not the only one.
Okay.
Eric von Daniken, a lot of these folks are just complete liars and made all this stuff up. See what Sitchin did, which was brilliant, and anybody who understands logic would follow along what I'm saying here and would understand exactly the method of his madness. See, what he did was he concocted his story. So to make people believe his story, he interjected real historical and biblical facts into his lie, so he can mix it into one big storyline. And he kept doing stuff like that in mythology stuff. So when people are reading the books or listening to him talk, they can identify with certain things that he's talking about that are real,
Like a very
and they
good
can be like.
charlatan.
And they're going to be like, whoa, that must be real because this other thing I know is real. So this other stuff that I have no clue on, that has to be real because you wouldn't lie about that. You'd be telling me the truth about this other thing that I know. And that's how you fool people. And he was so good at doing that. I was fooled. I've read 3 of his books, and I thought they were fabulous books.
Yeah.
I was going around saying,
liked a lot of
aliens are
his
coming!
research, too. I did. I really did.
2012! They're coming, Anunnaki. Oh my God, we're gonna die, or they're gonna take us, or something's gonna happen. I thought gold was gonna be important. I started just buying all the gold I could. I got buckets of gold, Crystal. It's just
You went
it's
really
embarrassing.
far. You took it a lot
It's
farther than I did.
It's crazy.
But I did. I used a lot of his research in Snarky. I'm not sad about this because it made for a great story. But that's
Oh, it
interesting.
does. His books make for great reads. Because if you look at them as science fiction, which is really what they are, because none of that is based on any reality. And it's sad that a lot of folks quote him and quote Van Daniken. And here's the thing, and this is something that Michael Heiser, or Dr. Heiser, said, which is, really on the money. He asked Zachariah Sitchin to debate him. I mean, this was openly done.
He said no.
He did this on Art Bell's
Anunnaki?
show. Hold on, he did this on Art Bell's show, first of all. Okay, he openly challenged Zachariah Sitchin for a debate. It never happened. But here's the thing. One thing that Heiser said that stands true. Zachariah Sitchin never provided any proof that he was a linguistic scholar, that he knew how to translate the Sumerian text, that he knew what he was talking about.
Gotcha.
Not one proof. He never studied this stuff.
So he's like the guy who invented Scientology.
Pretty much.
Okay, that's cool.
L. Ron Hubbard.
Okay.
They're
That's
both
cool.
dead now, so
Well-
one day there will be a religion based on Zachariah Sitchin's.
I want there to be a religion based on something I've written. That'd be awesome.
I would join that religion.
I believe you would, Jackal. I would make you head priestess.
I would be a priestess, yes. Can I be the princess of the
You're gonna have
ball?
to tell me later, though, who the Anunnaki really were, then, because I'm interested.
Well, unfortunately, we're all out of time.
I know.
We will cover that
I know.
in a future episode. But, Crystal, look, real quick, we have a couple minutes left. Tell the audience how they could catch up with you in the future, your websites. Also, give them an update on the the movie, the TV show, when they can look out for that, quick. And also the show.
Definitely.
Plug.
Okay,
Plucky and Woo-Woo.
so the website is themindofdcs.com. I have
It's a
been
crazy
doing
mind.
Thank you. I've been doing a really good job keeping up with my blog. There's the Mind blog, which is kind of my crazy thoughts and all my spiritual stuff. And there's now a book blog. I am writing Snarky Book 3 right now during National Novel Writing Month, and I am posting up snippets as I write them. These are raw from my brain to the paper, the kind of stuff that all the experts tell you you're not supposed to show anybody. I don't give a crap. I love
Good save
breaking
there. Good save.
rules. I have put them up there with no explanation as to what is going on. If you guess, I might tell you if you're right. But if you want sneak peeks from Book 3, they're on the website, themindofdcs.com. The Star Wars fan fiction is up there, photo gallery, stuff about me, blah, 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 blah. That's all up there. The Plucky and Woo-Woo show every Sunday on the public service net. What's the name?
Streaming.
Streaming, sorry.
You had it right. Yeah, it changed a
Darn
couple
it,
times.
I know,
It
I
happens.
suck so
It
bad.
happens.
I love the network.
PSN-radio.com.
I love the network. I love everybody on the network. Jacqueline's like the best human being ever because he puts up with me and always changing my show times. So the Plucky and Woo-Woo show.com. We are on every Sunday morning, 1 Eastern. I have no idea what that is, Pacific Standard Time. I forgot. I think it's like 10.
It's 10,
Yeah.
10 in the
10
morning.
10 a.m. 10 a.m. Yeah, Julie's California time, 1 a.m. Eastern. We say the F-bomb a lot. We try really hard not to, but we do. It's Julie. It's me. Whatever. We're crazy.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I had a meeting earlier this year, and, I'm going to say this publicly because I laughed so hard when this happened. We had a meeting where I was like, guys, I love the shows. I really appreciate what you guys are doing on the network, but can we kind of cut the F-bombs just a little bit? Like, let's cut down just a little bit because, every show doesn't need to start off with, what are these M-effer and this and that and can we cut it down just a little bit? And everybody's like, yeah, sure thing, Jackal. Yeah, we're going to cut it down. Everybody's applauding. And then I hear your show, and Plucky's like, so they want us to cut down the F-bombs, huh? Well, that ain't effing happening.
Yeah.
Jackal's effing crazy. Effing things say we're going to effing cut that effing thing out. That's not effing happening. And sorry, Jackal. And there's literally 15 F-bombs in a row. And I'm like, I was sitting there and I'm like, well, okay, the heck with this thing. They're never going to get sponsors.
I know. So if you don't mind that we do that, we would love to have you. If you're an independent artist or you've got, a thing, whatever, you're an indie creative.
If you have a thing,
you need an outlet. Contact us. PluckyandWoo-Woo.com, themindofDCS.com. The TV show. Keep an eye on the blog. Keep an eye on SnarkyTV.com. We will start with casting calls soon. So if you are an actor and you think you are the bomb and you would like to audition for Snarky, we would love to have you. So please just keep an eye on that. When the casting calls go out, you guys will be made aware. Please remember this is an independent project. So don't come on this, thinking you're going to get $500 a day and all that kind of stuff. No.
Ain't happening.
People. You do this because you feel strongly about the script, about the project, and you want to be a part of it. And then everybody's going to get paid, but everybody probably won't get paid when they get on set. I'm just going to let's just be real.
Let's be real.
That's
be
how
honest.
It goes
Keep
with
it real.
That's it. That's all I got.
There you go.
Thank you
Crystal?
very much for letting me be on tonight, guys. I had a really good time.
Love you. Love having you on. You're the best.
Yeah, it was great talking to you, to say the least.
Thank you.
Guys, listening
awesome.
Guys listening in, wish Crystal here a happy birthday when you go to sleep tonight. Say a nice little prayer that she has a great birthday tomorrow and many more to come. Crystal, you're awesome for spending your birthday with us.
Happy.
Happy birthday. We'll be back next week with another great show, guys. Keep listening to the Dark Matter Radio Network and, of course, PSN Radio for all the great programming before and after us every week right here. We'll be back next week. Good night, everybody. Stay classy and keep looking up to the skies. Steve, stop dancing. Stop dancing, Steve.
Oh, Lord.
He's got 2 left feet, this guy. 2 left feet. Always dancing around my questions.